This video will show you how to save a project as well as import files into your Final Cut Pro sequence. So we've got our basic Final Cut Pro open here. We've got our timeline, we've got our viewer, we've got our sequence viewer, we've also got our library right here, as well as our effects rack. This window can be organized in different ways. Usually when you're using a computer that's not yours, it will be set to a default way, whether that be the way that the software was installed or what your admin has set up for it. I've kind of arranged mine in a certain way that I like. I've got my tools here on the right as well as my levels, and this is a pretty standard setup that you'll see here. So what you always want to do is go ahead and save a project first whenever you start, just in case something was to happen. It's always good to save early and often. So we'll go to File and Save Project As. Now we're going to name it Save Project As, or we're going to save Project As and not Save All because we haven't saved yet. But once you've saved once, there's no need to do Save Project As because it'll make a duplicate copy of what you're saving. So we'll save Project As, and I will go to my desktop for this. We'll call it saving and importing. Save. I've already got a file there because I was kind of working on some stuff already. So we'll just go ahead and replace it. Be careful of that though. That is one nice thing about Final Cut, is it warns you if you've got the same file names or project names. So be careful of that. So now that we've got it saved, up here is our name of our sequence that we have saved, saving and importing. It's right here at your top left of your library browser. And you've got your timeline. Now we need to import some files to work on. So we'll go to File, and we'll go down here to Import. Notice we've got a few options here. Final Cut Pro can do many things. It can import entire folders if we wanted to, specific files, which is what we'll work with, batch list, XML documents, EDL documents, a lot of different options that you can do with Final Cut. But we're going to stick with the files. So I click Files, and where I've got my audio library saved is on my external hard drive here. It's here in my hard drive, audio library. This is where I keep my sound effects and all that good stuff. Now, before you start your project, you definitely want to have a sense of where you want your piece to go. So you need to kind of pull some files that you've listened to through iTunes or however it is you listen to your files and put them into your own folder that you have saved prior to working on your Final Cut project. Because there's thousands and thousands of pieces of sound effects and audio architecture in these folders, and it's just way too much to have to go through and listen to it, and it's a waste of time. So you want to definitely be efficient with your time, but for this purposes I'm just showing you how to import it for what you've got. So I'll just open one of these folders, look through one of these random ones. We'll say Specialty Latin. It can always be interesting. So as we wait for it to load, it's thinking about it. We'll do music beds because that's what I want right now, and we'll just choose this first file here. So I just double clicked it, and there, it imported here into our browser, our library browser. It's right here. One more time, we'll do another file. File, Import, Files. Click that. Find your audio. Find wherever you have your stuff saved. Here, this is in my external hard drive. We'll do something different this time. We'll do some sound effects. This might take a second to load. These are in alphabetical order. So we'll look through this. And let's do an old Cutlass car engine sound. Double clicked it, and boom. It opened up right here in our browser window. And that's pretty much it. And always remember, save early and often. Since I've already saved my project once, instead of clicking Save Project As or Save Project, I'll just click Save All. And all of our files are saved. And that's saving and importing files in Final Cut Pro.